Once again, the One Piece chapter does not disappoint. The only real disappointment is the fact that we're gonna have a break next week, but given to the fact that we have been giving some huge chapters, it is only logical that we needs to go on a break. Well, he needs to go on a break because, well, what awaits us after this will probably be despair and not so much good. But I have been so in love with what One Piece have doing these last three chapters. And this one, I didn't think they could make a more informational big chapter. But I was wrong. This chapter had even more information. Chapter 820. I mean 820. Truly was an informational chapter. It was so much information that I agree with the gang in the story, mind you. I cannot understand a single bit what is going on. It is practically, well, what's that word? Uh, it's so much information, it's confusing. It turns out that you all remember that Inuarashi talked about that Luffy's, Straw Hat matched him. But that meant he knew Shanks. And it turned out, yeah, he did know Shanks. And he even knew Roger. And not just Roger, he knew the Whitebeard pirates. Because he he didn't sail with them, but he was with them on that troop, along with the Lord Odin. They were apparently, I mean, the Whitebeard's relationship with Roger has always been something I call confusing. They were rivals and had bloodshed, and at the same time had shown some minor dislike for each other. But it just seemed, I mean, at least in Whitebeard Pirates showed. But at least when they're meeting each other and that ending, and not to mention the fact that we're talking about here, it almost seems like they were friends. Apparently, though, they traveled along, but did not go to Raftel. It's pretty funny how much information they glad. It's almost like they're best friends again, although it wasn't like that. But the samurai retainers who have been the retainers for Lord Odin ever since 20 years ago did not go to Raftel. In fact, they tried to make their lord not leave. Because as we have seen, Wano Kuri has a shut-doored policy. Apparently leaving it is a crime. Which means the shogun, another reason why the shogun is evil, he is trying to keep it sealed away. Although that also makes him a hypocrite. He let in pirates just to keep other people from doing it. But yeah, and then the stars begin to talk about a lot of how they know each other until Nami needs to find out, because this seems to confirm that they need to read the poneglyph in order to find that route. So she's a bit confusing that it will everything lead to Raftel eventually, because Krokos told them that. But Inuarashi confirms for them that will eventually lead to a journey that they need to. They just need to follow their own navigation. The poneglyph is just a guide to help them, while at the same time praising Nami, which is actually kind of cute. Of course, Luffy slaps her on the back as praise, but unlike others, she just gets mad. So yeah, Lord Odin truly had an adventure. Not only did he sail with the Roger pirates, he even was an acquaintance of Whitebeard. But here comes the real deal. Another ally they are looking for is Marco the Phoenix, the former 1st Division captain of them. We have all wondered if Marco the Phoenix was going to appear this arc. Because if you all remember that... what was his name? That's pretty ironic. I already forgot his name. Whitebeard Jr., the self-proclaimed son of them. He's hunting the survivors. And here it turns out why. Well, this doesn't confirm why. We all know why he chased them. But what I'm trying to say is, we all wondered what the hell happened to the Whitebeard pirates. And that's what we're trying to find out now. Apparently, the Whitebeard pirates declared war on Blackbeard 1 year later after the Great War, but was severely outclassed. As you gotta be kidding me! This is not good! I did not like hearing an overwhelming defeat. That means that they must defeat the revolutionary. But the revolutionary cannot be allowed to lose to the Blackbeard pirates. I don't care how powerful Blackbeard have become. He cannot be allowed to win against the revolutionary if he won against the Whitebeard pirates, because this is criminal. That's the only thing I dislike about One Piece, when they have these overwhelming defeats. But I was only gonna bitch about that. While Marco may have lost, he's still a very powerful ally, and Luffy can of course not remember him, but it's pretty funny also how Robin mentions he sort of looks like a pineapple. Oh, that guy. So what is gonna call him now? Pineapple guy? So yeah, the Whitebeard Pirates declared war 1 year after the Great War, and they lost. And now they are scattered. Wherever the Whitebeard Pirates are, no idea. We saw, and the fact that Ed Whitebeard Jr. is hunting allies down. Poor Whitebeard pirates. They're a shell of their former self. So they are trying to find him because they need some powerful allies. And even though they lost, well, they need to do something. So after this all information, the gang promises that they're gonna meet up in Wano after everything, and Kinemon are gonna head to Kinemon and gang gonna head to Wano in order because he's worried about his comrades. Law gonna help them get over there with the samurais. With the submarines. After this, well, the Mink tribe welcome back and are going to have a banquet. But here's the pretty funny part: is the fact that some Straws decides to pack along with Luffy. I mean, I hoped Kinemon and a Mink would travel along with Pickums and Luffy. But no, it turns out that the three people who saw Sanji being taken away are gonna join him. Nami, of course, because Luffy needs a navigator. Chopper, because of course Pickums needs a doctor. I hate him. And Brook, well, Brook is Brook, and he needs some music. I mean, it makes sense for me that Nami is joining, and I'm not talking about some love interest stuff, even though maybe there were some hints there. No, it's the fact that do you all remember Lola? Are we finally gonna get that confirmation? Is Big Mom Lola's mother? In a way, that is impossible, because if the Lola pirates called Lola's mother a great pirate, and if she was a Jonko, maybe they should just have said so. So maybe she's not. But the fact that Charlotte Lynn and Big Mom have so many daughters, who knows? I mean, if Lola turned out to be Big Mom's daughter, then it makes sense for Nami to be there. Vivre Card, and maybe Big Mom will call off everything. Who knows? But Robin wants Luffy to try to find something they can photo with the poneglyph. But after all of this hope, finally despair happens, with the island of Sunisha shaking, and as Sunisha is crying, and we all know from last week's chapter why. So yeah, now the Mink tribe and the gang are going to have to fight Jack and defeat him. They must defeat him. I like this chapter. I mean, it was overwhelmingly good. The ending, however, I did not like the ending. We all know that Jack was gonna do it, but now it seems like Jack really do have that firepower to kill a Titanic skyscraping Kilimanjaro big elephant. How the hell can he be that powerful? And how the hell can Luffy defeat someone that powerful? Ugh. The people are not gonna stop bitching once Luffy beat Jack's ass, because he's going to beat him. But yeah, I'm glad that Marco the Phoenix was mentioned in this one, and I really hope we'll see him too. And again, why can't Luffy think of his Straw Hat Glen fleet? They're gonna need them more than ever. But with Whitebeard Jr., if Marco the Phoenix is gonna be involved into this arc, then it only makes sense that Whitebeard Jr. is gonna too, because, well, Yeah, Weevil, that was his name. Edward the Weevil. It only makes sense he's gonna be involved too. Truly a big information and nice adding. So give me your thoughts if you have any.